He's a chiropractor, and I'm going to ask him to tell us about his practice, but I'll go ahead and just tell you he practices a specific type of chiropractic medicine, which I think is very interesting. And having been involved in personal injury law for many years now, I've gotten to know many chiropractors, maybe hundreds, and I've had many clients who have treated with chiropractors, and I will say that I've just recently really learned about Dr. Berner's specialty and hadn't known about it before, and it's very interesting, and the more I've learned about it, the more it really makes sense to me. So I'm excited to bring him to you, the listeners, so he can tell us about exactly what he does and how he helps his patients. We also have here in the studio Cooper Knowles, an attorney. Full disclosure, Cooper and I used to be law partners a few years ago at another firm that we were both previously with. Cooper also helps his clients. He's a trial lawyer like me and a plaintiff's lawyer like me. However, his practice does not involve personal injury. Instead, he represents people who have had damage to their real property, their land. It's a different type of claim, and it's very, I think, informative. He can share some informative information with all of us that many people here in Georgia and around the country maybe benefit from. So we're going to start off today here speaking with Dr. Berner. So with that said, Doctor, please just introduce yourself to listeners. Tell us a little bit about your practice.
My name is Dr. Berner, and as Adam said, I focus on a very, very specific type of care called orthospinology. We have a unique focus looking at the upper bones of the spine and how the brainstem can be affected. This can often lead to a myriad of problems that people can have that they may not associate with the brainstem. In addition, we do a motion analysis with a sort of video x-ray of the spine, and our goal is to really pinpoint exactly where the problem is coming from. We see a lot of patients that have issues in other areas of the body, and they didn't realize it may be coming from their neck. In addition to that, I also am a board certified instructor for the technique, so I teach doctors and students from around the country how to do this type of work.
Okay.
We're essentially looking at the orthogonal position of the upper bones of the spine, the way the skull and the first and second vertebra, their orientation relative to each other. So we take a very specific three-dimensional type of x-ray that's unique to this type of care, and that goes into the adjustment and the type of adjustment that we do to get that lined up in what's called the orthogonal position. So that's where it stems from. It's a very, very light adjustment. It's very low force, but it has to be done very, very precisely. And then once we do the adjustment, we always post x-ray to see how close we got them to that position, and then we modify our adjustment based on that.
Come see you for whatever issues they're experiencing. How would they get in touch with you?
You can look us up on our website. It's www.bernerchiro.com, and that's BERNER. And the easiest way might be just look us up on Google. Just Google Berner Family Chiropractic. You'll find our website, our phone number. You can give us a call, ask any questions you have. People are more than welcome to come in for a consult. We're more than happy to sit down, explain things to people. It has to be what they're looking for as well. So we like to make sure people have all the information and they can decide if it's right for them.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dr. Berner. But tell us a little bit about your practice now, your firm, and what you do.
Thank you, Adam, and I enjoyed practicing law with you very much.
I appreciate that.
I basically represent individuals in what I call complex litigation that arises primarily from damage to real property.
Real property being land.
Land that has been purchased and it's and owned often in fee simple, so that because of, by virtue of this person's position as an owner of land, that person is vested or entitled to certain rights that go along with the ownership of land.
Right, so as a homeowner, I have certain rights as a homeowner, basically.
That's correct.
If I own the land, whatever land I own, it could be a farm, it could be where my business is located, but I have certain rights which are attached to the fact that I own that land.
That's right, and so what we do is, and typically I say it's complex litigation because very often you'll see as an example, some people who bought a home in a subdivision, a residential area that is has lakeside access to it, and that land may be owned. The lake may be owned by the property owners themselves, or there may be a homeowner association, and then due to someone's negligence, usually upstream from that lake, the lake becomes polluted and needs to be cleaned up. So oftentimes I won't just represent one landowner, it will be groups of landowners. And what we do to help individuals whose property rights have been damaged is utilize two areas of the law, trespass and nuisance law, which have been around for almost as long as humans have been living together, because property and the associated rights are that important to us as a society. The trespass cases and the nuisance cases are similar, but they're not identical.
All right, well, Cooper, I appreciate, I wish we had more time, there's a lot more I'd like to ask you about, but if anyone listening is having some type of issue where their property rights are being affected, and I know there's a lot of other types of property rights we didn't get into
Right.
due to time, but if they're having any type of property right affected and they want to contact you, how can they do that?
I think the best thing to do is just Google me. It's Cooper Knowles, COOPERKNOWLES, and my contact information you can find at the Super Lawyers website, and my domain is www.cckfirm.com.
cckfirm.com.
Correct.
Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you.